Hello everybody and welcome back to another Jollymun Podcast. This is episode 26 and it is a beautiful, beautiful Monday mid-afternoon. And it is the 18th of May, 2020. Now, it's kind of exciting at the moment because this is when I would have been doing my A-levels. And that is, I don't really know how to feel. It's kind of like it feels like there's two worlds going on. It's like we're on a motorway. And then the motorway leads to Birmingham. But let's say Birmingham is like A-levels. But then all of a sudden, we took this random side road that no one expected there to be a side road. There wasn't even a sign. But we just kept going anyway. We didn't really mind. So I'm not going to Birmingham. I'm not doing my A-levels. But I feel like somewhere there is me doing A-levels right now. Which is kind of, I don't know. I guess they will always talk about alternate realities or whatever. But it's pretty fun. Instead, you know what? Instead of doing an A-level today, I played tennis for 3 hours in the morning, got out of bed before 7, went down to the courts, played tennis with my best friend. And that is significantly better than sweating over a goddamn PE essay, trying to find the right muscle. Is it the biceps brachii or the rectus femoris? You know, all these questions. Of course, I'm not going to do that. I'm not even going to do sports science at university anymore. Haha. So yeah, I don't need to remember any more muscles. It's quite fun though. I think it can really help comedy when I've done it. I think I've done it before, where you're on stage and then you describe a movement that you did. And you say, oh yeah, that's the eccentric contraction. No, it would be eccentric. It's isotonic, isometric. No, it'd be the isotonic contraction of my tibialis anterior, for example. And it's quite funny. That would be if you went on your tiptoes. No, it wouldn't. It would be for you to like the opposite of going your tiptoes. If you like lifted your toes towards the sky, but your body was upwards. Otherwise, you could lift your toes towards the sky in all kinds of positions. But yeah, had another cold shower. Had a great cold shower just now. You know, I'm still going, everyone. Still going, everyone. All three of you, still going in the cold showers. I just kind of look at myself in the mirror. I do finger guns, and I hop in and I go woo like that. That's pretty much how it goes. God, they're great. I think they also give your balls an extra 30 minutes of not getting sweaty afterwards. I don't know. They give you like this sort of head start. Everything's 30 minutes behind where it should be. Don't know what it is. It really intimidates them. The old cold shower. Yeah. I wrote a little list down about all these things I want to do to make my stand-up better or to be successful. Got a little list. And one of them is to do more podcasts and things. So, we're going to have a great time. We're going to have a lovely, lovely, lovely time. Apparently it's pretty relaxed now, the quarantine. You're apparently allowed to go outside and things and meet people. Well, they must do, because in the tennis courts they said you can play even with people who aren't in your household, but as long as you're on opposite sides of the net, which makes sense. But of course there may be points when in a really intense rally where you both go up to the net, and it's kind of... Uh-oh. Should I hit this ball? But I want to win this point. This completely redundant point. Yeah. I'm also looking to write another short story at the moment. It's going to be about when you look at a picture of a baby picture of yourself, because they're kind of, I don't know, I think they're quite fun to look at a baby picture of yourself. I've kind of flopped. I need to improve my podcast game, because I got really good at it for like a little bit, from like 22 to 25. Well, only 22 and 25 were good. But I mean, I felt like I was crushing it. I mean, that's because I know. I just worked it out. Because the amount of content, the amount of joy and interesting things that were bouncing through my mind during that period. Because I kept going to Tesco's every bloody day to buy eggs and things like that, and buying this, buying that. So I kind of had a lot on my mind. Because you go through Tesco's and it's just wow. You know, it's like going in a movie set or something. You got children going, and their parents going, oh, stop it, you know. I don't want to be here either. And it's like, you know, all that kind of bouncing back and forth. You have homeless people asking you for apples. I had an apple in my bag, and a homeless woman said, "Can I have an apple?" She said that she was dying. And I said, well, that's a bit of an awkward situation, really. So I do want my apples. So I kind of said no. Anyway, she called me selfish. And then afterwards, I saw her with like 5 bottles of vodka. So it turns out she probably wasn't all that homeless. She was probably, I have God knows what. She said she was thirsty, but apparently I don't think vodka's all that quenching. of your thirst. Maybe it works for her. I don't know. Never had vodka. Apparently, it just tastes awful. It just seems really intense. Really painful. It sounds like a real ordeal to put your tongue through of vodka and your liver. Literally every single part of your body that comes into contact with it has an ordeal and has to like warm up and do stretches before you take that swig or that shot. They're all just shutting their eyes, pretending not to notice it entering you. Yeah, maybe I'll probably drink vodka at university or something. Get pretty hammered. Pretty cool. All the lights flashing in my eyes, getting all drunk. Ooh. Might do. We'll see. Maybe we won't. Oh, wow. No. I'm accidentally, because I got heavy hands, I pressed a button on my keyboard and it paused my recording. So, don't worry. Fortunately, I just muttered about dying before university after that. And so we didn't even need to listen to that anyway. I mean, it actually saved me. Another thing about cold showers I noticed is that, because now I'm so extremely aware of the cold water touching me because it's much colder than my body temperature is than the hot water is, that this difference is greater, right? So you feel it more. I don't know what feeling is, but I know just like, this is maybe a little bit too much information, but I'm just kind of it's a minor thing. So I noticed if I'm like washing around my arse cheeks, I kind of notice it a bit more because it's cold, really cold. It makes me kind of jump, but I'm sure there are like loads of dudes out there loads of guys who are, especially at my school, there seems to be quite a lot of homophobia. But like if you're touching your ass and things, I bet a lot of them feel kind of uncomfortable, so they don't wipe, they don't clean their ass cheeks. Is what I'm basically trying to say, and I just think that's kind of funny that they're unable to do that. But then again, I of course don't see anyone shower. And I might be entirely wrong. Maybe homophobic people clean their ass cheeks tremendously, spotlessly. There's no way of knowing, really. Well, there is, but I'm not going to ask a question. And yeah, I haven't really got any other shower material to get off my chest. Showers, nah, that's it. There's not really much fun you can have in the shower. Do you? A couple of times you can fall. The showers are notoriously slippery. That's quite fun. Luckily I'm at a point in my life where if I fall in the shower, it's funny. It's not like a death sentence, but I'm tending towards, gradually as time passes, towards a death sentence. If I fall in the shower, maybe by the time 76, you're looking at pretty much going into the shower with a bike helmet. Trying to make sure you don't get a concussion, or might as well not shower at all. It's so dangerous. In the care home. God damn. I might be in a care home one day. God damn. Hopefully the idea is that I have so much fun when I'm younger that my brain somehow doesn't get old. Whoa. No, that's my body saying, Alfie, you're being dumb. It just decided to cough. I'm gonna have so much fun that my brain's not gonna get old, right? That makes some sense there. I mean, sure, you can. I just somehow need to separate my physicality from my brain, because my brain's going to be like, oh, every time I like bend over, because of course my back might ache or whatever, maybe my neck, my cervical vertebrae. But if I make my brain not notice that, then I'll have fun, right? So that's the plan. What's the plan? School. It's kind of fun not being in school. But I've been thinking about it, because I just, a month or 2 months ago, I just separated from people I've spent 7 years with, because I stayed on at sixth form, and I was just like, wow, that is my schooling done. That was it. That was, everyone talks about secondary school, sixth form. I'm past it. I'm flying through. I'm up ahead. I'm like a camel's hump. I'm up and above, and I'm gone. I was just thinking about all the lessons I used to have and things, like French. GCSE, like year 9 French is insane. I can't believe I did it. Because I found this problem when I was doing French, where I'd always go off piste. I'd always try and improvise and talk abstract French, like just trying to talk. So I'd start making things up and try bringing 2 words together to mean an English word. Like if I remember in my actual GCSE exam, I wanted to say boat, but I didn't know how to say boat, and I was just so determined to say boat because they gave me a damn picture of a boat and I had to describe it. Obviously there's a big boat in the middle, there's lots of boats going on. I'm like, oh, there's a focal point here which they want to bring my attention to. So I said there is a car of the sea. I mean, it's not bad, it's pretty good. Meanwhile in like set 3 French, Miss, how do you say baguette in French? Finna eat it. You know, I mean, those kind of questions. So maybe I was alright. I also found with French, when I was trying to do my abstract words, I'd bring a noun and a verb or whatever together in a way that it wasn't meant to. So they were just kind of, your mouth couldn't do it. It didn't shape the shape of your mouth. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't allow you to make the noise because it was wrong. Like the words weren't meant to go together. But it was like, I was so determined. It was like magnets. You know, you bring up 2 samely charged magnets and they kind of repel and they like really push away from each other. That's what was going on in my mouth with the goddamn words. So I kind of gave up in French. It's pretty difficult. I went to France last summer though, and I did pretty good. Bit of chitter, bit of chatter. With the chitter chatter, I was alright. I mean, we were in pretty much the most rural area you can get to the point where the cows are like, whoa, there's a person over here, what's going on, you know? And their tails, I don't know if that's what they're thinking, but I got that vibe. They kind of, their eyebrows raised when they saw me and Narden with our huge backpacks. We looked like snails, that's how big our backpacks were. We weren't crawling, we looked like upright snails, that's what we did. Or we looked like turtles climbing an invisible wall. Depends how you want to look at it, really. That was a great trip, that was so much fun. I think I'm kind of saving the stories. I guess I could tell kind of stories on the podcast. I thought because, yeah, I suppose. Sleeping in a car park, that was pretty tough. Like a flat level 1 car park. It didn't even have layers. It was basically just an open patch of tarmac, which had the occasional like dividers for where cars go to. That's pretty fun. Waking up at 4 a.m. I think that was like some goddamn drug dealer going on at 4 a.m. in the car park. So all these like pimped out cars like rolled in with like lit lights on underneath and like stereos blasting, but lying in a gutter on the bloody side of it. Jesus Christ. So we left after that because I didn't want to get in trouble. Or if they started speaking to me in French and I didn't know English, I didn't know French very well, they'd have to, of course, but just by the nature of the schooling system, they'd have to ask me something like, who do you live with, for me to have an appropriate answer, rather than what the fuck are you doing here, get out. Obviously I wouldn't know what to say there. It would be quite some complex French going on over there, and I'd just stutter a little bit like I have done recently. Yeah, but I think if they wanted you to do well in French, they should just, at school, they should teach you like really what if something's going wrong. What are they saying? So if I would go to France and someone's like, you're about to get hit by a bus, I wouldn't really know what that would. If someone said that to me in French, I wouldn't know what that means. You see, which is kind of not ideal if I'm about to get hit by a bus, you know. But ceci dit, that means that said in French. If I was going to get hit by a bus and I didn't notice I was going to get hit by a bus, considering I'm quite an astute individual, I probably had headphones in, or actually I don't even wear headphones. I'd never ever wear headphones when I'm outside, ever. I really want to make that clear. I do not wear headphones when I'm outside. Then let's say this theoretical French Alfie is wearing headphones, and I wouldn't have heard them anyway saying to me that you're going about to hit a bad bus, so I wouldn't have understood it. So it's kind of a catch-22 where it didn't matter, I was going to die. And then poof, you know, looked like French tartare beef. Just someone dropped a vat of that on the old tarmac, but it would have been my like internal organs and musculoskeletal system. That's another beautiful example of when PE knowledge can be used to make something sound a bit more goofy. You see, musculoskeletal system. It was better than meat, right? Alright everyone, thank you very much for listening to the podcast. I've had a really good time today. I've really put a bit more effort into this one because I recorded one since 25 and I didn't like it, so this one's good fun. It definitely warmed up with the French stuff. I think I should do more things like that. I haven't written that down or anything, but that kind of gives me a lot of freedom, really. I had a great I really loved it. It was a great, beautiful podcast for me. For me. So, have a lovely rest of your week. Goodbye, everyone.